In this webinar, we'll cover conversion goals. And the learning objectives are to know why it's a good idea to measure micro goals, recognize different goals that can be set up in Google Analytics, understand conversion funnels, and recognize how Google's URL builder works. So we'll start by looking at why it's a good idea to measure micro goals. Just as a reminder, in Web Analytics, a goal is an action a website visitor completes that is important to the success of your organization. And Google calls a conversion goal relating to the primary purpose of your site a macro goal. And it calls those smaller relationship building activities micro goals. You'll never see either term actually used within Google Analytics, but they're a helpful distinction when it comes to planning and reporting. And worth keeping in mind is that one site's macro goal might well be another's micro goal, and vice versa. It's very subjective according to each particular site. And according to analytics guru Avinash Kaushik, focus on measuring your macro conversions, but for optimal awesomeness, identify and measure your micro conversions as well. To expand further, conversions are sometimes measured like this, where just macro goals are measured. And let's say you measure a 2% conversion rate, 2 in every 100 visitors make a purchase. Splendid, some measurement of success is in place. But what about measuring the success of your site as a whole? What about the visits customers made to your site before actually parting with their hard-earned dollars? Or contact details maybe, depending on your site's macro goals. For example, for an e-commerce site, people rarely come to the site for the first time and make a purchase. They visit to research your products, decide which option's best for them, or maybe read one or two of your blog posts. Each of these micro conversions helps build a relationship with the visitor and nudges them closer to making a purchase. So the more complete picture in terms of measuring conversion goals looks something like this and gives you more of an indication of the overall success of the channels, campaigns, and website. Next, we'll look at the different types of conversion goal that can be set up in Google Analytics. So in terms of setting up goals in Google Analytics, it's helpful to know what's available to you. And there's 4 different types of goals in Google Analytics. There's the destination, duration, pages per session, and event. The first is probably the most important, the destination goal. And this goal converts when a visitor reaches a specific page on your site. For example, the thanks for downloading or thanks for buying page. The next 2 focus on engagement. The duration goal converts when a visitor spends more than a specified time on the site. And this indicates a certain level of engagement maybe. And it's a similar story for pages per session. The goal converts when a visitor views more than a certain number of pages on your site. Finally, events. And an event goal converts when a visitor clicks something, but they stay on the same page. So for example, if they click a tab to view more information, or click play to watch a video testimonial, or click a social media share button to share your content, for example, these could all be set up as event goals. So we'll take a closer look at events and the destination goal in a little more detail. Events can be assigned to individual page elements, such as buttons and tabs. And when the visitor clicks one of these elements, the event goal converts. Typically, these are micro goals that record engagement and help build the relationship with the visitor. However, setting up an event is a little more complex than with the other types of conversion goals. It involves adding more code to your site, The code is associated with the button or tab or whatever the HTML element is that you're choosing for the event. Then when someone clicks this element, Google Analytics records that the event goal has converted. Probably the most common type of goal in Google Analytics is the destination goal. And to illustrate how it works, in this example, a visitor goes to the Contact Us page on the site, completes and submits the form. Then the Thanks for Your Inquiry page is displayed. And as this page is the destination for a goal set up in Google Analytics, the goal converts. In this example, a visitor arrives at a campaign landing page. They then complete a lead capture form, click the Sign Up button, and the thank you page is displayed. And as you set up a destination goal for the thank you page, then Google Analytics records that the goal has converted. This is a typical example, but a destination goal doesn't have to incorporate a landing page. The goal converts whenever a visitor reaches the page you have defined as the destination for the goal. So you could set up a destination goal for your testimonials page, for example, and whenever someone navigates to your testimonials page, the goal would convert. Next, we'll look at conversion funnels. A destination goal can have a conversion funnel, and a conversion funnel is the series of web pages that a visitor must go through in order to complete the goal. A familiar example of a conversion funnel is on most e-commerce sites. The conversion goal is when the visitor has placed an order and the order confirmation page is displayed. The conversion funnel is the series of pages that the visitor must go through before reaching this order confirmation page. And another example from our site. When the Thanks for Enrolling page is displayed, it means the visitor has completed the entire enrolment process, and it also means that Google Analytics records that the enrolment destination goal has converted. And the conversion funnel for this destination goal comprises the series of pages the visitor has to go through before they reach Thanks for Enrolling. And one of the benefits of conversion funnels is that you can see where visitors are dropping out of the path to conversion. It means you can make changes to a page in the funnel and then monitor whether more visitors make it all the way to conversion. Finally, we'll look at Google's URL Builder. Google Analytics reports conversions in lots of different reports. And this is the Acquisition Overview report. It shows the acquisition, behavior, and conversion metrics for each channel that are bringing visitors to your site. From here, you can click a channel to see a further breakdown. So for example, if you were to click Referral, you would see a breakdown of the acquisition, behavior, and conversion metrics for each site that refers visitors to yours. However, there is something to be aware of relating to how acquisition is allocated to the different channels. If a visitor arrives at your site by clicking a link in your email campaign, they'll appear as direct traffic. Or if a visitor clicks your display ad, which isn't part of the Google Display Network, then they'll appear under referral traffic. Or if a visitor isn't on the Twitter site and clicks a link in a tweet shortened by a URL shortener other than Twitter's, then the visit will also come under referral in Google Analytics. These are obviously incorrect, but there is a way of getting around it using another Google tool called URL Builder, which looks like this. It's a standalone page outside Google Analytics that anyone can access. And as an example, for a link in a tweet, you can enter the URL for your landing page, then make the campaign source Twitter and the campaign medium social, and also enter a campaign name. When you click Submit, the URL Builder spits out a new URL. You can then shorten the URL with a URL shortener of your choice and send it out in your tweet. Then, whenever someone clicks through from your tweet, the visit will show up under Social in the Acquisition Overview report. And the campaign Spring Promo will also appear in Google Analytics Acquisition Campaigns report. So here are the parameters to build a link for a display ad to be displayed on Marketing Magazine's site. So click-throughs from the ad will appear under the Display channel in the Acquisition Overview report and under Spring Promo in the Campaigns report. And another link for the Spring Promotion email newsletter. So click-throughs from the link will appear under Email in the Acquisition report and again under Spring Promo in the Campaigns report. Note that the sources and mediums are different, but the campaign name is the same. So after placing the different generated links in your tweets, display ad and newsletter, you can go to the Campaigns report under Acquisition to see the acquisition, behavior and conversion metrics for your Spring Promo campaign. And if you click the actual campaign name in the report, you'll see the same acquisition, behavior and conversion metrics for each source and medium in the campaign. So in summary, in Google Analytics, a conversion goal is an action performed on your site that's important for the success of your organization. Also, identifying and setting up conversion goals is essential. Macro goals are primary and micro goals are secondary. The terms macro and micro goal never appear within Google Analytics, but they are useful for planning and reporting. There are 4 different types of conversion goal that can be set up in Google Analytics. They are destination, duration, pages per session, and events. And a conversion funnel is the series of pages visitors go through to reach a destination goal.